everyone. I'm Keith Archiquette, Digital Media Technician at Life Highlights in Green Bay, Wisconsin. For today's presentation, I want to paint a picture. Let's say that we're amateur photographers. And being realistic, just about everyone is an amateur photographer these days. With point and shoots being so affordable, our cell phones have pretty much as good of digital camera as you can buy. And of course, we have our advanced DSLR users. Well, let's say for the sake of this presentation that we captured photos from the Green Bay Packers training camp. Football training camps happen once a year. It's so the football teams can get acclimated to their playbooks. But more importantly, in the city of Green Bay, it's like a party, if you will, where fans go out, record video, record photos. And let's say that we were there recording these things. Now, how could I share my photos? I, of course, could use the normal social media outlets. I could use my Instagram. I could use my Twitter. I could use Pinterest. Or I can use my Facebook. But where would I go if I want to find what other photographers at that event captured? Let's take a look. I'm going to do a quick Google search. When I look for images online, I almost always go to Google Images first. So let's type in Green Bay Packers training camp, and we'll go 2013. Now, the Green Bay Packers training camp of 2013 hasn't even happened yet, and yet there are photos of the Green Bay Packers training camp. That shows the accuracy of Google. It's great. There are pages upon pages of photos. Looks like Aaron Rodgers here is in training camp, but we know that the training camp of 2013 hasn't happened yet. Let's narrow our search and go back to 2012. We know a training camp did happen there. A lot of good images, but I recall seeing that image on 2013. So for what Google Images is, it's great. You have a great outlet of photos. You have libraries upon libraries, seemingly endless amount of photos from this training camp. The one downfall about the Google Images is you don't know how accurate it is when you type it in. Did I get this photo because I typed in Green Bay Packers training camp 2013, or simply because I put Green Bay Packers or Packers? So if we had photos, we wouldn't necessarily go to Google Image and say, you know what, search for my photos on Google Image, you'll see it. That's not a real effective way of showing our photos. So let's go to Instagram. The web version of Instagram is very bare bones. You aren't given the option to search per hashtags or per albums or even by photographers themselves. The desktop version of Instagram is only going to show you the people you are already currently following. Again, Instagram is great for showing photos. You can show multiples of photos, but where it falls is it's very difficult to search for, say, Green Bay Packers training camp. More so, it's you got to follow somebody in order to get the full effect of Instagram. So let's go to Twitter. Twitter feed, I'll go Green Bay Packers training camp, and I'll go 2012. Okay, well, this is good. I have essentially people's blogs of what happened at the 2012 training camp. I get one photo, and I'm going down the list here. I'm not really getting any other photos. So Twitter's really good if I want to get some information, if I want to hear battles a secondary fight. Okay. A secondary fight, Acme Packing Company, APC's highlight of upcoming camp. Sure, but really what I wanted to do was I wanted to see the 100, the 200, the 300 photographers that were out there capturing the 2012 camp. I want to see their photos. That's what I'm here to. That's what I'm searching for today. So let's go to Pinterest. Now Pinterest, like many of you know, is it's good for photos. It's good for ideas. When it came to decorating my living room, I went to Pinterest and I got some great ideas from it. So let's go training camp 2012. Okay. All right. We have a lot of good information here, a lot of good pictures. We have posters. We have T-shirts. It seems a lot like it's merchandise. And again, the great thing about Pinterest is you're going to get a lot of content, but you don't know. It's not really a sharing outlet for your photos. Pinterest is more or less, if you like a photo, you'll put it on your board. And so realistically, these could all be taken from the same photographer, and people just liked the photos and ended up pinning it on their board. We're looking for more of the users' photos. You know, the 200 people, the 300 people that were in the stands on that day, the ones that were at the 50-yard line in row 1, or the ones that were in the last row in the corner of the end zone and had a hard time seeing. We wanted those pictures. Pinterest, fantastic for, utilizing pictures like this. Great shots here of kids letting the players ride their bikes, as which is a tradition here in Green Bay. So let's just go right to the source. I'm going to go to Packers.com, going to go to their media center, going to go to their photo galleries, and training camp. Perfect. Now I get to pick my month. Training camp last year was July of 2012. We'll go. Here we go. Packers hold first training camp practice. Looks like it's a slideshow, so I'll go ahead and play that slideshow. All right, now we have some good photos, probably taken from one or two photographers that are hired by the Green Bay Packers to capture. All right, we got some really good photos here. If you're trying to relive your experience from that training camp, the website might really help. Here we go. All right, we have an advertisement. Green Bay Packers have to get paid too. All right, moving forward. More photos, more photos. Some great shots. Probably a professional photographer. Another ad. Okay, and we'll keep going. Obviously, there's 14 of 24 photos of in this album on the Packers website. So let's search on Facebook now. Let's go Packers. All right. Let's go to their Facebook page, their photos, albums. Okay, all right. February 20th, 2011. They have one photo. Okay. What I do like about Facebook is that their albums are put together in albums. If you have an album on Facebook, you can limit it to say, I only want my friends to see it. I don't want anyone to see it, just myself. Or I want it open to everyone who's traveling the web. So what I've gathered from all of these social networks is, how do you share your photos? And then how do you research and find other people's photos from, say, Green Bay Packers Training Camp 2012? We like how private Facebook can be. We like the sheer amount of photos that Pinterest will give us. The quality of photos that, of course, the website has. We like the information that Twitter gives us. Could use a little more photos. And we like how just a raw amount of photos Instagram has. So I pose this. Where could you go that gives you all of the great features of every one of these websites? There just isn't a place yet.